today I asked you some questions. Well, I asked you some questions a couple days ago, but I have been very busy, so we are answering them 2 days post asking them. I just got back from the gym. I haven't showered yet, so if you're gonna judge me, don't. Yeah. She's very excited. I have learned that if you put an anonymous link in your question box on Instagram, so many people will ask you when the OnlyFans is coming out, and the answer is absolutely never. Oh, this one's nice. Have you ever been flashed on the street of Toronto? Unintentionally, probably. I don't think that's a good question though. How tall am I? I am 5'7", which is really weird because sometimes I'll be scrolling on like whatever app and I'll be like, wow, this girl looks like my height. And then I found out she's like 5'1", and then I'm like, oh, okay, great. So I'm 5'7", which I feel like is like medium height. It's not super tall, but it's also not super short. What do you like the most about your boyfriend? Physically and personality wise. Physically, he has the best smile in the whole wide world. He is my #1 supporter, and he supports everybody in his life to the absolute fullest, which is super amazing and admirable. And he makes me feel so confident. He is my #1 like fan, cheerleader, whatever you want to call it. I make myself feel self-conscious sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be filming a voiceover and I'll be like, I can't do it in front of you. But like he genuinely is so supportive and wants me to shine, versus like the relationship I was in prior was like 4 years of don't wear that to the club. Who are you texting? Where are you going? It was just like very, very bad. It was like all of his insecurities were put on me. So Adrian is so confident in himself that like he's able to let me be me in whatever way I want to, and I feel like he truly thinks that no matter what I want, I can get it. Ugh, my back hurts. I'm getting old. That was one of my questions. How old am I? I'm 26. I read a question and it said, where was the place you went the first time you lost yourself? Definitely the first university that I went to. I jumped into going to a university straight off the bat because like my relationship with my parents was not great my like 12th grade year. And I was like, I don't want to take a lap. I don't want to figure out what I want to do. I just want to go straight into university, get out of here. And you know what I did? I decided that, oh, business is a part of everything, therefore I should go into business. And I cried every exam season. I was so miserable. I was like, I also lost my sport, so I stopped playing basketball. I was still eating like an athlete. I gained like 40 pounds in my first semester, which a semester is 12 weeks. Please take that in. Crazy. Anyways, I was miserable. I made really great friends and they will be lifelong friends, but like emotionally, I was not in a good place. I would suggest don't go to university if you don't know what you want to do yet. Otherwise, you're gonna end up doing an English degree and then becoming a realtor. Tell me everything about the cat. I'm not a cat person. I got her after my family dog died of like 14 years. Then this cat Moose was in like a farm, same colorings as my old dog. I was like, she is my dog reincarnated and I need her. Except my dog was the sweetest thing ever and Moose is brat. What's my favorite meal to make? Definitely something with seafood. I love like a lemon butter shrimp angel hair pasta with like sun-dried tomatoes, some mushrooms, and like a really good butter sauce. Oh, so good. What is one piece of advice you would give to anyone about anything and why? This is like going to be very blunt, but it kind of goes to every area of life. I know it's just one thing of life. Stop giving a crap about what other people think about you. If you are pursuing your dreams, if you have friends who are silent haters, if your manager at your job is a bitch, if you're in a crappy relationship where you to go to bed every night being like, oh my gosh, is this my life? Even just like putting yourself out there online, like anything, stop giving a shit. Own who you are and you will find your people and like you will find your career. You will attract where you are supposed to be. That book that's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. I feel like that is life. I've never actually read that book, but I think it's a really good title. What is my job? I am a full-time student. I somehow have now become a content creator, which is kind of cool. I don't even really think I should give myself that title at this point though, because I feel, I don't know, I have imposter syndrome. My studies involve a placement twice a week. So I'm 16 hours at a place where I have brain injured clients that I manage. And then I am like the rest of the week in classes. And then I serve once or twice a week. And then I also try to make content. And then I am an online fitness coach. So I work one-on-one with a couple girls and I will be opening up my slots quite soon, but not until I'm done school because I am in over me head. What are you going to for school and what do you think your next steps are? So basically, I am in school for my Bachelor of Social Work. Because I did 3 years of a finance degree, I have been 7 years in my bachelor's. This is also why I recommend waiting to figure out what you want to do, because I probably could have waited a year and then had my degree like 2 years ago. You know, life happens. It is fine. I applied to my master's. I think I will defer and try and see where the online world takes me. If that is the thing that I'm supposed to pursue, I will try my gosh darn hardest. But eventually I would like to go into like grief counseling for children and families. I don't feel like kids are given sincerity in explaining hard topics. I feel like whether it's like death, divorce, like financial loss, parents and adults don't explain things properly to children, and they don't understand the gravity of the situation, and then it can leave them like confused and with a lot of resentment. So I feel like I want to work with families and kids to help explain big topics of them, specifically the topics of loss, because I experienced that. My favorite clothing brands, but not fitness. I do not know how to dress myself aside from the gym. Part of it is because I have like a smaller waist, and then like I have a larger bust and a larger hips. So I feel like if I'm not wearing a bodysuit and jeans, my body looks really frumpy. I feel like I don't know how to dress when it's not the gym, because I'm like, I don't want to wear jeans and a sweater that like fully covers, because then I feel like I look like a potato. Potatoes are great, but they're not really what I want to look like. So I feel like my personal style is a work in progress. In terms of my everyday, I'm an Aritzia hoe. I just like their bodysuits. They have really great basics, and I'm definitely an Abercrombie Curve Love kind of girl. They're my favorite jeans ever. But other than that, I'm not a fashion girly. Favorite non-fitness YouTuber. I have a small obsession. Gretchen Garrity is a girl that I've been watching since like grade 11. And I think she was in like her first year of university when I found her, when I was in my junior year of high school. I just really like her. I feel like she's super calming. She's like a comfort for me. How do you deal with social media? What do you do to avoid comparing yourself to others? It is really hard. Instagram released when I was in like 9th or 10th grade. At that point, it was like sharing things and and like, I don't know. There was a girl that by like grade 12, she had like 12K followers, and it was like super cool, but like influencers weren't quite a thing yet. When I was in 11th grade, I followed this girl. Her name was Asina O'Neill. I don't know if that has unlocked a memory for anybody, but she had a PDF that like anybody could download, and it was like, nothing tastes as good as being skinny feels. Or she would have these like pyramid workout screenshots of like 1,000 squats, 100 burpees, and I would be doing this in my room. I would be doing like squats in my Nike Pro Elite shorts and staring at myself in the mirror in like grade 10. It might have been grade 10. But she was the first like influencer. She's very problematic, I think, which a lot of people were. And then in my first year of university, I found BBG, Bikini Body Guide. Like, I was jumping around my dorm room because I was so upset with like the weight I had gained. I was trying to lose it really quickly, and I was literally bouncing around my dorm trying to do these workouts to like lose some pounds. This is a very big tangent, but I have always compared myself to people on social media. My first exposure to fitness influencers was like 2017, Whitney Simmons, and like I had followed like Grace Beverly and Ajazi, and they were the only two people who were like, I felt more normal, or at least like not an extra small. But basically in 2020 I tried to post, but I was trying to recreate what other people were recreating. I was like super uncomfortable because I felt like I didn't look like the other girls online, and now I just don't care. It is weird though, because the amount of backhanded comments I'll get is crazy. So crazy. Like, people will be like, oh, like, how are you so confident? And I'm like, what in the you make me feel so good about my cellulite. Like, I hate this on me, but seeing it on you is like so nice. You make me so confident in my dark inner thighs. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that is so rude. And also I'm like, that's normal. Like, I never want my identity to be attached to my like physical appearance. Because if like right now I'm like the curvy fitness influencer, but then in like a year if I get leaner, or if in like a year I get pregnant and gain like 50 pounds, what, are you just gonna stop following me because you think I've changed, when it's literally just my body, my vessel? Social media has become one of my jobs. I don't have it on my normal phone. I go in, post my things, comment on other creators that I follow, and then I log out. I'll respond to messages, but I don't really consume social media in a leisure way anymore. Anyways, yeah, I have a boundary with it now. How do I balance my crazy schedule? It is so freaking hard, because if I do work in my apartment, I get lost lost. I get lost in my apartment and I'm like, oh, I will unload my dishwasher, I'll clean something, I'll wash my cat. I don't actually wash my cat, but I'm like, I get really sidetracked when I'm in my apartment, so I try to go to co-working spaces. I try to do to-do lists. I'm a written kind of girl. I'm not a digital planner kind of girl, but basically I kind of fly by the seat of my pants day by day, and I'm like, what do I need to get done? And I get it done. Do I have siblings? Yes, I have 3 brothers. I bullied my little brother because I was bullied by my older brother, so then I bullied my younger brother, and then now we're friends. It only took our parents getting divorced. But how do you deal with insecurities? Exposure therapy. The more you see something, the more you are desensitized to it. That is something I feel like with a lot of things, like even like physical insecurities, yes, but also like your weight. I have a really hard time when people are like, I don't weigh myself. I'm like, you are still letting that control you. You are still letting the scale control you, and then you are acting in defiance of weighing yourself. So you're like, I'm never gonna weigh myself. But I feel like it still then has power over you if it's a trigger. Like if you're someone who's like, I've literally never thought about my weight, I never care. That's different if you're not weighing yourself. If you have an emotional attachment to your weight and your response is, well, I'm just not gonna weigh myself, I feel like true freedom from like that as an insecurity is being able to like see the number and be like, okay, gravity says I'm this today. What is my zodiac sign? I'm a Capricorn. I don't love astrology, partially because I think my faith or like my spiritual background is Christianity. I very much have a relationship with God. I would consider myself a Christian. I don't love religion, but I would say that I have faith in God. Just like spiritual things, I feel like I'm sensitive to. Things like tarot cards, astrology, crystals, like mediums. In my head, I'm like, God is so powerful. Like, why are you saying that you're giving a rock power or a constellation power? I don't know. I think it's a little bit mumbo jumbo, but like it's also very real. I guess like zodiac signs is like different than like new agey spirituality, but the new agey spirituality stuff and astrology kind of go like this in my mind. So I'm like, a funny horoscope meme here and there I enjoy, but like anything more than that, I'm like, ooh. What is some advice you have for your future self? Just to always look back at where I came from and to never change in terms of being humble and grateful every single day. But I feel like it is very easy for people to gain a platform, whether it is like online or like real fame in terms of like movie stars or like artists. They can lose themselves because of like financial gain or like recognition, and I never want to do that. I always want my friends and family to feel like this is just another job, a job that I would be forever grateful for if I could ever make this like my full-time job. I might have an audience, or the fact that I might have like financial security and stability from this does not make me any more valuable as a person. Favorite makeup products? I am not a makeup girly. Base to top, my favorite brands. Rare Beauty for cream bronzer, Makeup by Mario for powder bronzer. Fenty Beauty is also really good for cream and powder. Blush, Rare Beauty and Danessa Myricks. Powder blush, Hourglass. My camera just told me its internal temperature was too high, so maybe that's a sign that I need to end it here. Where is my YouTube channel going? Who knows? Can't thank you enough if you actually watched this YouTube video. If you didn't, that's fine too. I think my true calling is being a vlogger, but sometimes it's nice to just sit down and have a chat with me and my cat. So if you liked the video, that is amazing. If you didn't like the video, please don't tell me because it'll hurt my feelings. I feel like weekly vlogs are the way to go. Maybe with like a little chit chat at the end. I was born to be a vlogger. Not actually. I was born to make an impact on this earth, and we don't know how that's gonna happen, but maybe it's through the internet. It is very weird because I didn't intend to have a platform, and now I have a platform, which is very cool. But I feel like there's something in the air that basically says if you're a content creator, you just like don't add value to earth. And I never want that to be me, and I think I want to be extra aware of still having a purpose instead of just being like, oh, I'm ad space, or oh, I'm whatever. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do an ad. If I need to make money, I need to make money, and I obviously want to make money from this, but also I want to provide value. I want to like help women with my online coaching. I want to inspire people, and I want to make a difference, and I want to be able to participate in society and be a giving member, not just someone who like sits in their room and doesn't do anything, which I'm sitting in my room and not doing anything right now. But sometimes people will be like, how'd you get a platform? And I'm like, girl, I posted to me, myself, and I for like 6 months. Until you do that, until you have posted every day for 6 months in a row, don't tell me that I can't do it, because if you're doing something for the like and the view, it's not gonna happen. But if you do something because you love it, it might happen. Bye.